Hey, so in this video I'm doing the Easter eggs and predictions for Season 1, Episode 4 of Marvel's Inhumans. Beware spoilers if you've not caught up. So, just like the previous episodes, the title of the episode is actually the Easter egg in itself. It's called Make Way for Medusa, and it's a reference to Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1, number 62. And all I know is that Medusa and Spider-Man fight each other at some point in the comics. So I don't know exactly why they're fighting, but yeah. And in this video is going to be a very short one. There weren't a lot of Easter eggs or references. Um, like I referenced a couple episodes back about how Karnak's costume looks the most comic book accurate. This one that he wears in this one, it's his newer design from Karnak number 1, and he wears this outfit of a hoodie, white shirt, and black pants or whatever, stuff like that. But he usually has wrapped bandages around his wrists or arms or whatever, or fists. But in this he doesn't. But as far as I know, he's still wearing that even in the new comics for Secret Warriors that he's in. And I'll talk about that later on. But and they showed the pictures of people in like a testing like facility where Maximus and Sammy were, or not Maximus, Black Bolt and Sammy. They were looking through an iPad trying to see if Medusa's there, and we already knew that she wasn't. But one popped up, and it has like purplish, purple or pinkish skin, and there's not that many. Like, there's only one person that popped up on the internet that I could find, but that was Inhuman, called Minxie. I don't know who that is exactly, but and she also has bluish eyes, both in the comics and on the show, so it's possible that's who she is. But then you have other people that there's this woman that with blonde hair and like very very long fingers, and the only one I could come up with was uh, Calikai. I don't know if that's how to pronounce it, but she went through Genesis with her actual friend, and they were hoping that they were going to get good powers, and they weren't. Their friendship wasn't going to break apart. But when they came out, uh, Calikai, if that's how to pronounce it, came out with very long fingers, and that's it, as far as I understand. She did not get any magical powers, but her friend got wings, and it's saying it has a long line of like flyers, or like a cycle of flyers in Avalon. So that's probably why Gorgon said flyers are awesome in the pilot episode. So there is some kind of cycle that a new generation of flyers just keep popping up every single time that it needs it, I guess. But yeah, that's as far as I could tell from for Easter eggs or references. But comment down below if I missed any. But yeah, for predictions, I don't have a lot. That facility of Inhumans that Black Bolt is in, I'm assuming Triton is there. Like I said before, we never saw his body, and we know that Maximus is working with people on Earth, and they were tracking down Triton, and now we know that Declan also is testing on Inhumans, so it makes more sense that Triton is in that facility somewhere. We just don't know where. And as far as I understand, that is a lot of comics where Triton is involved. He gets kidnapped a lot, and the Inhumans have to go rescue him. So that's what I'm assuming that's going to happen. He's going to be kidnapped, and Black Bolt and everyone has to go and rescue him again, like in the comics apparently. And we find out in this episode, Gorgon or Maximus is trying to go through Genesis again, and it's possible, apparently in the comics, there's not that many, but one of the very few people that went through Terrigenesis a second time is Gorgon, and he, as far as I understand, he became more animalistic or beast-like. But what I'm hoping and that's where we're probably going to see Maximus go mad, because that's what he is in the comics. Maximus the Mad. Right now he's Maximus the Cunning, Maximus and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I'm kind of hoping that uh, Auron goes through Terrigenesis again and becomes more of her animal-looking thing, where she has like the pointy ears and like the yellow skin and all that kind of stuff, and actually have that type of power of superheroing, I guess. I don't know if they would do that, but I kind of hope so. And I asked on Twitter and Instagram a few days ago, uh, who would be the Inhuman royal family would stay on Earth? Which one would stay on Earth? And I personally would think it would be Karnak because of how uh, useless he thinks he is, and he's actually helping out these weed growers. But and he's falling in love with a girl, so he's more attached to Earth than anyone else on Earth. Besides, like, so yeah. And I only really want this because I want him to cross over with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because he does in the comics, like I said, work with the Secret Warriors, and Secret Warriors is, if you don't know, is a part of S.H.I.E.L.D. type, like a very like off side group where it's all uh, superpowered people working under the working under the boss of Daisy Johnson. So, and I would love to see that kind of dynamic work on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I really want to see Karnak on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's basically the reason I want to see that. And yeah, I can't think of anything else besides that. I actually do like Luis. A lot of people don't like the character, but I just I just loved how like bossy she was towards Medusa, and how like Medusa is actually interacting with her, because Medusa is always the one that's taking the responsibility of the leader. Like ever since she was a kid, she had to take care of her sister Crystal. So now she's actually trying to take care of, or like she's trying to get all the, like she's now the the queen and everything like that. She's trying to rule the Adelon, but it didn't work out for her now. And now Luis is basically Medusa's boss, because Medusa has no idea what to do on Earth. So yeah, I like that they actually called her a queen, uh, and giving humanity to Crystal in the same aspects, where they actually face this guy's ex-girlfriend calls her princess, so probably gonna snap out, like knock some sense into her, like let's not be so arrogant, but probably not. Uh, yeah, and that's about it. What, but the only thing, I wasn't really gonna say anything about it, but the only thing I don't really like about it so far is Gorgon's story and Crystal's story. Everything else I really like the show so far, but I would uh, uh, it would probably have been a better response to the show if it was binge watched, because as of right now, the show has only taken place in 4 days, I believe. So it's not that long of a time span. So it would probably been easier to digest for a lot of other people, for like, because a lot of people like Netflix and all that kind of stuff. But I don't really care about that. I actually like uh, waiting a week and talking about it, and then trying to figure out what's gonna happen next. But yeah, it's kind of weird that how Gorgon's story is just so wrapped up, so like going so quickly, and he's becoming so friendly with these surfer military dudes. It's just so weird. But and Crystal's story is just okay. Like she now on Earth, gonna fall in love with this guy and all that kind of stuff. It's just okay. But every other story, like Maximus, Black Bolt, Medusa, Karnak, and all that, they're all a great storyline. I don't know. I don't really understand the whole whole show is bad. Like, it's not that bad of a show. It has a lot of problems. It can be fixed. It can be fixed, and it is being fixed. Like, it's slowly getting better and better as the show goes on, for my opinion, anyway. But comment down below if your opinion has changed a bit. Is this the weaker episode? Is it not the weaker episode? But yeah. See ya.